Good evening and welcome to the live Hemingway Jones Fountain Pen Show. We meet this evening, as we always do, at 8 p.m. on Tuesday. It is my pleasure and privilege to host you all. We speak about all different topics, anything and everything that have to do with fountain pens, inks, journals and journaling, and inspiration. It's all about keeping you guys inspired, keeping you thinking creatively and in new ways about fountain pens and everything else that we do. We have an interesting show for you this evening. I have broken my fountain pen drought. Yes, it's true. I haven't bought a fountain pen since early November, which for me is pretty long. I mean, that's 3 months. That's pretty good. I'm proud of myself. But the drought is over. I have bought a fountain pen, which I will share with you shortly and get into a little bit of why I bought it. And then another very special pen showed up, which I'll show you. This one will get a full review as well. Both will. It is incredibly special. And then I have a giveaway tonight. A very exciting giveaway sponsored by the lovely and talented Brendan Schmidt of Atlas Stationers. And this is, I'll go into the details, but it's an exciting giveaway just for you guys. So I think you'll enjoy it and you will dig it. Ellie J says, sometimes when the right pen comes along, it's hard to resist. Indeed. And I did not resist it at all. I bought it. I held out for a while, but I am super excited. I hope you guys are all excited and happy. Because, don't be so gloomy. It's like the fellow said in Italy for 30 years under the Borgias. They had warfare, terror, murder, bloodshed. But they produced Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci in the Renaissance. In Switzerland, they had brotherly love. 500 years of democracy and peace. And what did that produce? The cuckoo clock. It's all about perspective, people. Don't be gloomy. So lovely to see all of you here in the chat and at the and with thumbs up. I see thumbs up going. So I do want to share with you which pen I have been using at the office. I like to do that. This is one that I don't often bring outside the house, so it's super fun that I brought this. The mighty and the powerful Pelikan M1000, which is a fine nib. And I've been having a blast at work because one of the things I do quite a bit of at work is sign my name. And this is one of my favorite name signing fountain pens. Oh yeah, so that's lovely. Such a lovely line. Such a beautiful pen. I love how expressive Pelikan is in its nibs. I feel like if you keep the nib down, it will keep spilling out some ink. So you can get some really nice texture to your line. Just quite nice. I like it. I really do. So I brought this in and I had a blast with it. I think I have Pearl Noir in here, if I'm not mistaken. So that's my ink. Is there an E at the end? Let me know in the chat. Is there an E at the end of Pearl Noir? Because I forget. By the way, I still go back and forth on this R at the end. Sometimes I do this. Sometimes I do this. It all depends on my mood. Interesting. Anyway, got that incredibly large pelican nib. Beautiful detail. I love the green and black stripes. I just feel like this is the classic pelican color. I got some sort of weird, like, what do you call that? Like a blood blister on my finger? It was pinched somehow. But I don't remember how I did it. But that's often how it is with me. I don't know how I do things. Double gold ring. Let me see what you guys say. Pearl Noir. There is an E at the end. Thank you, Anne. I appreciate it. Spelling here is appreciated, but not mandatory. I came very close to misspelling a very famous person's name in one of my videos. You guys would have jumped on me in the comment section. Well, some of you. Some of the comments can be very spirited. Let's just put it that way. So, lots of fun to speak about tonight. I'm going to do the giveaway pretty soon, but I just want to talk about a few things as I am apt to do. By the way, Ecamm is behaving itself this evening. We're kind of getting along a little better. The last update seems to be working pretty well. It's not randomly shutting off my second camera, but we'll see as the night progresses. But Ecamm, good job, Ecamm. Well done. So what's happening? A couple things, interesting things, I think. One is I painted. I painted. I'm taking credit for the whole enterprise. We, as a family, painted the library, the study. I'm going to free this camera so I can show you. This is my second camera. It's my iPhone. Let me see, I can show you. Ah, yes. So, can you tell that the walls are green? It's greenish blue depending on the light. It's called pigeon. And getting up here, oh, that's my finger. I guess I can't do that. But getting above there was a challenge. And, of course, here, this wall, sorry about the ring light, but behind the ring light, this wall is going to have bookcases. There's going to be 3. You can see one short one, or there's going to be 3 tall ones. Sure, it's going to break my heart that I have to nail into this wall to do it. So, but it is going to happen. By the way, here's some guitars for those of you who dig the guitars. They are there. My inks you can see over there. This area, look at that. Look at my straight line, me, meaning my wife and me. I did do all the taping, but I'm gonna take you for a little walk because this was the hardest. There's York up there. But do you see up there above the shelves? That was so hard. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We did 3 coats of paint. 3 coats. So I started the night before, Friday night, I taped everything. And I thought I did a pretty good job of taping. And then I put plastic over the bookshelves. And I taped that pretty well. And I didn't get a single bit of green on the bookshelves anywhere. I was very pleased about that. One of the things is when you're at the step up going into the kitchen, you could see the brackets and they were shiny silver. So I got to paint all those this pigeon color. That's what it's called, pigeon. And I think it came out really beautifully. So I don't have to see those anymore. So major upgrade. Now we're looking at painting the living room. So super exciting. We also did the ceiling, which was fun. Not the entire thing, but Kurt says removing the tape is the fun part. You know, the tape, we used that blue tape that's supposed to come off, and it did. It came off super easy. One whole wall came off. But one of the things that I didn't quite show you is above the kitchen. It runs off. I mean, it's an older house, so nothing is plumb. But the gap probably goes from about an inch down to maybe a few millimeters. So I got tape in just right, and we just ran the brush across. My wife did that part, and it came out really, really well. So, but one of the things that's really interesting about this color is depending on the light, it turns blue or green. So right now it looks greenish, but if you look straight across where I'm looking, it looks very blue. So it depends. And I like that kind of characteristic. But it took 3 coats, even using primer. And that's a lot. And it was about a 12-hour endeavor. But I'm very pleased. Pots and Pans said, I saw Imogen with the paint roller. Yes, if you follow me on Instagram at Hemingway_Jones, you can see things like that. And it was this corner here where the typewriters used to be, but I'm now giving typewriters away. It's like somebody who knows they're not long for this world. I'm giving things away. And I post a lot of stuff, so Imogen fit in that corner, even though I didn't fit. And it wasn't that comfortable for my wife, but it was perfect for him. So that was pretty great. Pretty exciting stuff. So yeah, very happy about that. All right. So I think I will get into this is a big deal. Okay. This week's video. Do you know which one it is, guys? Do you know which video it is? Snakes on a pen. I'm getting a little tired of these snakes on this pen. I'd love to say my adaptation of the actual quote, but I can't because we run a family show. But so yes, snakes on a pen this weekend. I see people. Yeah, don't worry. Those of you that are worried about me getting rid of all my typewriters, don't overreact. No, not all. My Royal Peas stay, my Olympia, my Torpedo, the Curse of Torpedo, my Olympia bait, my Olympia, what's a little Olympia called? SM, I forget. My Hermes baby, my Hermes with Robo font, my Olivetti Lettera 22 stays. So the ones that are going are kind of the boring ones and the ones that people kept giving me. People would just sort of dump their typewriters on me. Oh, thanks for all the thumbs up, guys. I really appreciate it. So I just decided the ones that weren't mine, like the core typewriters of mine, I'm rehoming those. And, I told you my friend's typewriter shop is closing. So I just felt like it was a good time to let some go. But I'm still going to end up with maybe eight machines. I have 14 or 15. I have a couple of Japanese machines from around 1970. Those really pretty light ones. I'm going to give those away shortly. So yes, not too much to panic about. Anita Paul, Samuel Jackson, I guess, in the video. Anita, you must be speaking of snakes on a pen. Yes, Samuel Jackson does make an appearance, as do many people. There are a lot of clips in this one. It's kind of a blast. It's slightly more subdued than the John Wick one, but certainly a lot of fun, a lot of energy. I find that reviews of Benu pens don't do very well, but this one is all about the snakes. I think you'll like it. If you can think of some of the associations in media and culture and art of snakes, and what they mean culturally, that's what this video is about. And when I say culturally, I don't mean necessarily, highbrow or biblical. I'm speaking Indiana Jones and Conan. So it's got it all. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's very, very fun. So, BJ hasn't touched a typewriter since high school. Well, let me tell you, typewriters are a lot of fun and they're great as long as you don't have to use it. If you have to use it, it's not much fun. So there you have it. But Snakes on a Pen, guys, Thursday at noon. Do check it out. I think you'll really like it. There's a lot going on and it's entertaining. I'm not an influencer. I'm not here to influence you to buy pens. I'm an entertainer. I take a pen, I find a narrative, I spin it out into the world with cultural associations, both high and low, with telling a story of the history of the brand, with talking about the design, the designer, all of these things. I bring them into the video. That's the purpose of this channel. It's entertainment, not to sell things. I'm not a salesman. I'm just a guy. Thanks so much for the thumbs up, guys. You guys are awesome. So many tonight. Really appreciate it. So, what can we get into next? I saw that you guys watched my Lamy, why I chose the Lamy Safari over the Mont Blanc video. And I told you it was fun, didn't I? The Snakes on a Pen's very similar. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. I had a blast making that. I really want to celebrate the designers of these fantastic pens. I don't think they get enough credit. It's funny, somebody was very critical in the comments because I speak about a lot of different designers and artists. Michael Graves is in there, Oldenburg, I forget who else I talk about, a whole bunch of people. Oh, the Memphis group and all kinds of movements and things, Patrick Nagel. And then somebody's like, well, you didn't mention Wolfgang Fabian. I'm like, yeah, I did. He was like right at the beginning. So it's funny. Sometimes people miss things. Sometimes I miss things. Robert Kolk. I love snakes. I had a Marcy's garter snake one time. Had to get a book that was wrote in the 50s to find a picture of it. Very, very cool. We have snakes around here. I live very close to conservation land. So we get a lot of those gardener snakes. They're very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. Okay. So this week, Snakes on a Pen. Thanks for watching the Lamy video. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Some people got upset. Like, it's ridiculous that you would choose that over a Mont Blanc. I thought I made a good case. I think the video stands on its own. There are some that are really going to upset people soon, if that upsets you. And by the way, that's a curious thing, right? Because you guys know me, and you've been listening to me for a long time. I am a Mont Blanc fanboy. I like most everything they do, with some few exceptions. Like I thought the Great Gatsby pen is abysmal. I think it's just ugly and just a total miss. And if its proportions were a little slimmed down, maybe not so much. But as it is, I think it's a monstrosity. But most everything that Mont Blanc does, I like. I'm excited for my Wes Anderson pen. But I like Lamy too. And I think it's amazing that an affordable pen like Lamy Safari has so many design elements. And how many people knew that you can use it as a pen stand? The clip. I'm giving revelations. How many people talk about that? Nobody knew it. Nobody knew it. But me. Pots and pans. Fanboy. Never heard that before. Are you being facetious? Because I am such a Mont Blanc fanboy. It's true. I do like them. And I do really respect Mont Blanc. Uh-oh. Rashida Krieger. My last pen was the Watchman Kron, and I blame HJ. Rashida, I'm really sorry, but I will share your pain shortly. I have some pens to share with you, my friend. So I think it's a great choice. Well done. Well done. So, okay. Should we get into the giveaway? I wish I had graphics. Someday I need graphics. I should talk to my friend Obbs. She probably knows how to do that. We could drop in graphics. Hemingway Jones exclusive. Okay. I created some like legal language here because I want to preempt some of my critics, if I may. So I have a pen to give away to a lovely person in the audience, okay? This pen that I'm about to unveil is courtesy of Brendan Schmidt at Atlas Stationers. Love Brendan. You guys know we're personal friends. So very nice for him to provide this pen. What I want you to know is this is a pass-through. He gave me this, and I'm going to give it to one of you. It's this very pen that I'm about to show you. So it's not like there's another one. I'm going to show you this, and then I'm going to put it back in the box, and it's going to be shipped out to someone. So actually, when I say it's going to be shipped out to someone, that's not by me. That's by my lovely wife who helps me with shipping. So thank you, Helen. You're the best. I love you. But anyway, it will be going to you. So I just want to make it very clear. I am not getting any financial compensation for this whatsoever in any way, shape, or form. In fact, it's costing me money because I will be shipping it to you. But it came to me, and I'm going to pass it to you as a giveaway, which is super fun. And also keep in mind, I do have a code at Atlas, which I also get no benefit from. It's just for you. So if you want 10% off at Atlas, you can use HJ10. That's for me. And it's a gift. I don't get anything for it. But I'm happy to do it. That's just who I am. Okay, so let's show this amazing pen, shall we? I think we should. Okay. I always forget to bring myself up. Hey, there I am. Hi. Oh, yes. The Conklin 1898. Look at that, huh? Very nice. Beautiful box. I'm going to be very careful how I open this. This is one of their new editions. Let me see. I don't even know what size it is. Let's see what it says. It is a fine. It is a fine pen. Okay, brilliant. And not just like, hey, it's a fine pen. It's actually a fine nib pen. Beautiful box. Nice stitching. Very nice. A little loose thread there, but what can you do? This is the J-Dog Smooth Edition from Atlas Stationers. It is an Atlas Stationers exclusive. The resin is from Jonathan Brooks, which is fantastic resin. So let's have a look. Oh boy, congratulations on your new pen. Well, I'm not going to have it for very long, but thank you, Conklin and Atlas Stationers. Enjoy a smooth writing experience, and thank you for using our brand. Well, you're welcome. I'm barely going to use it because no one wants a used pen, do they? It loses half of its value if I ink this bad boy up. So very nice from Brendan, rather. J-Dog Smooth. Look at this beautiful color. Nice resin. Silver trim. Beautiful. Love this. Has a bit of girth, guys. It's girthy. I'm going to tell you it's a bit girthy. Steel nib with a beautiful crescent. Very nice. Nice coffin case here. Does it post? No, I don't know. Not really. Maybe. But I don't want to force it on there. I don't want to scratch it. It's cartridge converter. Let's have a look. Here we have. Very nice. I love the name of this, by the way, J-Dog Smooth. And you know why I like the name? I'm going to tell you why. We're very stuffy, aren't we, as fountain pen people? And I just think it's interesting to have sort of a younger sounding name. It's almost like the new generation. The kids coming up are, what, 40 years younger than me? So they should be able to name things. They need to own their own world. And I think J-Dog Smooth is just such a great name. And it's also really lovely because these pens are named after the family and friends of the folks at Atlas. And that's it's so endearing and just so lovely that they're giving tribute to the people that help them, that are close to them, that are part of their, that actually are part of the family or very close to the family. So I think that's really lovely. And this resin is absolutely, absolutely amazing. So very nice, very beautiful pen. Conklin's got to be a Yovo nib, right? In fine. Looks lovely. Don't see any issues there. Very, very nice. I'm a little stuck on this cap. It looks like the universe. It's very beautiful. Okay, so I am probably going on at length here, but I get distracted by new pens, guys. It is gorgeous. Gorgeous. So, someone's going to win this. How are you going to win this? Well, very easily. So listen very closely, because this is how it's going to work, okay? What I want you to do is I want you to comment on the replay of this video, okay? I want you to answer this question. One of the first celebrity endorsements was of a Conklin pen. Who endorsed a Conklin pen back in the late 19th century? Who was it? Everybody knows this one, okay? So put it in the comments of the replay. Don't put it in the chat. I'm not going to see it. So those watching now live, don't put it in the chat. I won't see it. Put it in the replay. And then I'll take all your names and I'll enter it into a hat or a randomizer, or somehow choose a name. And I'll announce the winner the next time I go live. And it's probably next week, but in case I get sick or something, it would be the week after. But the next time I go live next week, I will announce the winner. Okay? So once again, very specific, please follow the rules. Comment in answer to who the celebrity was from the late 19th century, who was also a writer, who endorsed a Conklin pen. Put it in the comments and put it in the comments of the replay of this live. And then next week, I'll call out somebody's name, and then I'll ask for your address, and then you'll get this wonderful pen. I'll probably pick a runner-up too, in case I can't ever get in touch with that person. But there you have it, guys. What do you think? Does it make sense? Let me know in the comments if none of that makes sense. Okay. Beth G says no. I'll be driving to New York City next Tuesday night. That's okay. You don't have to be on here live to win. I'm not that mean. That's when I announce it. So don't worry. You don't have to be here live. But I appreciate it. And guys, maybe don't put who it is in the chat, because if you want to win, you put it in the comments of the replay, just little strategy, guys. Strategy. Okay, I'm putting this away. It's a beautiful pen. I'd love to fill it. I'd love to dip it even, but I'm not going to, because I feel like you should get a new pen. But at least I held it. At least you could say, I don't know what it's worth. Maybe a penny more on value. You can say that Hemingway Jones showed this one on his live show. And also know that this was courtesy of Brendan Schmidt at Atlas Stationers. Lovely guy, one of my best friends, a great friend of the show, just a positive, warm person. And I'm really looking forward to meeting him. I think this is our year to be in the same geography, Brendan and me. But you will win this. Did I do okay at packing it up? Does that look nice? If you got this, if you win this beautiful pen, would you be happy? So the stakes are high, people. Comment. I'm trying to put it in the right way. It looks like it slides out this way. That's kind of weird, right? Shouldn't it slide out the other way? But whatever. Comment on the replay if you want to win this amazing fountain pen that, by the way, is an exclusive. It's an exclusive fountain pen. Exclusive from my friends at Atlas Stationers. And if you weren't listening at the beginning, I don't make a dime on this. In fact, I'm going to lose, what, $15? I don't know. What's it cost to ship something? I don't know, because my wife does it for me. I love her. She's the best. But whatever that is, I'm out that, and it's my pleasure. But just know, I get nothing. It's all about you guys. This was thanks to Atlas. They're very kind. And I just wanted to do a little something for you guys too. So there you have it. How exciting. Does everybody get the rules? I hope so. I tried to make it easy. So there we have it. Beth G says, I should dip it and write a quick note to include. Yeah, I'll write a note. I'll send a note with it. But I don't think I'll use it. I just don't want to make it a used pen. I think people should get a new pen. But I'll use another pen. I'll use a very cool pen to write to you. I have some very interesting ones coming your way soon. So there you have it. Steve Ruckwell says, I would love to hang out at the Atlas Stationer Sidewalk sale weekend. Then why don't you, Steve? Why don't you? I am going to be there myself. I am skipping the DC Pen Show and going to Chicago instead. I'm going to make a whole adventure out of it. So I am looking forward to that. And Ann Riskin says, I'm in Massachusetts. You can save shipping to me. I could drop it off at your door. And we don't live that far apart, do we? It's amazing we don't bump into each other in the grocery store. Okay, I'm going to tell you another story now because I think it's funny. And you guys know I am married to the most wonderful woman in the world who is incredibly supportive and incredibly nice and very British. And there are times when her Britishness really comes out. And last night was one such occasion. And she might chastise me for sharing that with you, but there's no dishonor to the story. We've all done this. But last night, I was sitting at the dining room table. My wife was in the kitchen. And she said something along the lines of, oh, having a bit of a problem over here. And I was like, oh, really? And she's like, yes, yeah, having. I'm like, okay, wondering to myself what is going on, when I look and I see the toaster has flames coming out of it. And I was like, yes, indeed, she is having a bit of a problem. And so I got up from my seat, as I am wont to do when things are on fire. And I unplugged the toaster and grabbed the mittens and grabbed the toaster. And fortunately, we have about 4 inches of snow here in Massachusetts. So I took the toaster and I put it in the snow where it could extinguish itself. After several minutes, I might add. So it was a wayward, hard taco shell. But my wife was so calm, so sophisticated about it. I think I would have uttered a sling of expletives before anyone else even knew what was going on. I am so much more excitable than she is. It's amazing how sophisticated she is, and she's so lovely. But I just thought it was the funniest thing, so I wanted to share it. Speaking of sharing, I have to recognize some very generous people. Dave B. with a $5 super chat. I can't speak highly enough about Brendan and the team at Atlas. Sincerely. They are amazing. I buy a lot of stuff from them. They're very, very good. Incredible customer service. You just feel a sense of warmth when you do business with them. And that's not a common thing. So I'm with you, Dave. And thank you, Dave, for the $5 super chat. Very, very generous. Helps to keep the lights on. and the walls painted. So thank you very much. And Antoinette. Thank you, Antoinette. $5 Psychic Mac. But HJ, what if the winner, excuse me, I'm having trouble reading. I can't see the white of my jumper was hitting the white of the letter. So let me see. What if the winner says you can dip it? Yeah, I guess that would be okay, right? If they specifically wanted me to. But I just didn't want to defile their new pen. You know, I'll defile my own pens. But I am really excited, guys, to give you a pen. Giveaways are fun. I probably don't do enough of them. The reason I don't is because I usually kind of get in the weeds on the details. How do you do it? What's the right way? That kind of thing. And my mind spins. It makes me a little nutty. And I've been a little kind of thinly stretched. I'm like a Stretch Armstrong. Do you remember Stretch Armstrong? He's like this, and you stretch him, and he gets really thin. And did you ever have the one kid in your neighborhood, and he took his Stretch Armstrong, and he stretched it with his friends, and it just ripped apart, and there's this red, like, gelatin in there? I'm close to that. I'm close to that stage of Stretch Armstrong. So there you have it. Okay. All right, so please enter and leave your comments on the replay. Replay goes up right away. Not in the chat. I won't see the chat. I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat, but it goes by so fast. All the thumbs up, all the people speaking in there. It's hard. It's very, very hard. All right. So I also broke my streak and bought myself 2 fountain pens. I wasn't going to show you one, but I'm tempted to. I think I am. Let's make tonight crazy. Should we make it crazy? You want to get nuts? Get nuts with me. Okay. This. Oh, yes. I had to have this. Does anybody know what this is? Anyone? Bueller? I'll give you a hint. I don't know why I'm giving you a hint. You'll never get what it is. Has a button fill. Button filler. It's Italian. It's vintage. And I'd like to think, though I have no proof, but I'd like to think that this is a Murano nib. I'd like to think that. Yes, I am so psyched for this. A button-filled glass nib fountain pen. Yes, this is God tier. This pen belongs on the Mount Olympus of pens. It's from Italy, so I'm going to assume that since it was made 70 years ago, that this is Murano. But I could be wrong. But I don't think I'm wrong. But I am over the moon with this. It's very elegant, very small. It reminded me a bit of a vintage Estabrook J when I unboxed it. I bought it on eBay from a very kind and very expressive Italian gentleman. And he's very worried I would leave him negative feedback if there was any problem. But and in shipping specifically, he shipped like a madman. This thing was multiple layers of foam and everything else. I was thoroughly impressed. He taped it such that the tape just undid all of the different protective layers. So it was brilliant. Tempted to put green in here. Ooh, Brady, Tomberlin. Brady, my man. You think like I do. Now I got to do a deep dive on Murano. maybe that's what I do. I think you gave me the narrative for the video when I review this. Murano glass dip pens, Murano glass. I have tons of Murano glass in this house. So it'd be super fun to speak about. I have 2 Murano mirrors. I have a Murano desk chandelier, a Murano dip and ink pot, which I should show I should show it on the show more often, but I'm always afraid to carry it around. But so there you have it. I had to have this. I'm going to do an epic video. I don't do enough vintage pens. This one I can speak about Italy. I can speak about Murano. Lots of fun stuff. So I think it'll be a good time. Ooh, Karen. Lovely Karen Webster. Thank you so much. $20 super chat. HJ to cover the postage on the giveaway. You are too kind. You didn't have to do that. But that's very, very sweet, Karen. Thank you so much. Very, very sweet of you. Thank you. Wow, such generous people. That's what I love about this community. You guys are so generous, so sweet, so inspiring for me. That's why I make the videos I make. And by the way, let me tell you some secrets. And thank you, Karen, for your generosity. Thank you. There are videos coming. I wish I could tell you what they are. I have about 2 months lead time. I do move some ahead. I moved the Lamy and the Mont Blanc video ahead, the one I released last week, because I bought these pens and I knew they would creep into the channel soon enough. It didn't make sense if 2 months later I'm speaking about how I didn't buy a pen and then I do. So, and that had been filmed a couple weeks back. So that's kind of how it works. But I'm doing one now. I wish I could tell you. It's so epic. It has a bunch of different famous people in it. Let's put it that way. I think you're really, really going to like it. All right. So there's another pen. Another pen caught my eye. Ladies, gentlemen, friends, viewers. Who used to say that? Do anybody remember? Good evening, friends. Good evening, viewers. Do you remember the old Benny Hill show? I love that growing up. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen. There was a time when your humble host, the most humble man on YouTube, me, so silly, considered himself a Waterman man. I loved Waterman for a long time. I exclusively had Waterman pens early on. I loved my Phileas. I loved whatever pen that was I snapped in half and I still can't remember. I certainly love my 52 and a half, my 52 and my Waterman 5. Those are each brilliant. Brilliant. Each. But this, my friends, there's ever since I bought the Edson, I'm back with Waterman, and I like it. It feels right. Waterman feels like it's perfectly matched to me and who I am in this moment, and I like that I'm a bit of an outlier, that not too many people extol the virtues of Waterman. You guys know I love the Quran. Well, this one I've been lusting for months, for 4 months. I didn't want to let it go. Especially because in June, I am taking my family. In June, this June, I am taking my family to... Oh, hold on a second. I lost my window. Hold on, guys. Give me a minute. Oh, there I am. Okay, sorry. What happened was I accidentally put a file in front of it. This June, I'm taking my family to Paris. So I had to have, oh yes, the Waterman Quran reflection of Paris. By the way, this is me opening it. I've had this for a week. And typical for me, even though I love this pen and I've been lusting for it forever, I haven't taken it out. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Look at this, guys. Oh wow. This is gorgeous. Wow. the wave pattern. And I don't usually like gold with silver. I think it doesn't work most of the time. Why is this working for me now? I'm bringing some more light over. Why is this working? I don't know. I think as a design element, it's not a good idea, but maybe it's because the silver is so shimmery. It kind of reminds me of a 19th century place setting. Beautiful. Let's see what the nib looks like. Ooh. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Brand new Quran. It's so nice. Look at that. Beautiful. Love this cap. Let's see what's in here, shall we? Nice. Very nice. I'm pleased with the converter. I bet there's a cartridge in here if I wish to have one. This is interesting. Kind of, I don't remember those being on my other one. Now I'm curious. Guys. Let's see my other Quran, which is 20 years old. So this is 20 years old. No, they're there. Yeah, it's the same. Very similar. It's really not much different at all. You gotta hand it to them. You really don't change much. I thought there might be a big difference, but there's not. It's a pretty pen. This one lines up better. Wow. Beautiful, huh, guys? Sorry. Are we still on the air? I do easily get distracted, but this is a beauty. I've lusted after this for 4 months. It's very elegant. I'm excited to do something on this, and I'll probably bring it to Paris with me. So I'm very, very excited. Seeing some Quran love out there. So I got distracted, guys. Had to have some pens, but do you agree that I chose some amazing ones? The glass dip is just so interesting. This Quran is gorgeous, just gorgeous. I don't even know what context to put this in. I love that it's an ode to Paris. I can't wait to bring it. I don't know which ink I want to put in it. I love it though. I really do. I bought it from Atlas Stationers. Super, super psyched. Wow. We did all right, guys. We did all right. Wow, do you know how much you guys chat? There are 740 comments in the chat tonight. You guys are awesome. I love it. Kate doesn't like my pen, but that's okay, Kate. She likes the glass dip one though, which is very cool. Thanks, Kate. You know, I do love that everyone has their own things that they love and that they're attracted by. So Leo says we do love to chat. You guys do. You know, it's funny, sometimes people ask me, did you see my post in the chat? And it's like, no. Because there's 750 of them. And it's hard to see them all. Ooh, Joe Brown says a clay in that pen. Yeah, you know, you're right. I probably will do that. That's a really good choice, especially since the cap is evocative of waves and blues water. I could see that working. Joe also let me know that I accidentally put the wrong time for my live over on Instagram. So if you ever see me on social media and I'm posting something and something seems wrong, let me know. I probably don't know. Sometimes I'm just a little bit like the absent-minded professor. So, Phil Munson asks, is the Edson much larger? It is. I'll show you. I'll show you, my friend. It's a lot larger. So, don't touch. I don't want you guys touching. But look, that's the Edson compared to the Quran. So, it's a lot bigger. It's a lot girthier. You know what? Let's be honest. Shall we? This is Hemingway Jones to Watchman. Watchman, do you want to be on the top of the pen world again? Do you want to blow everyone away? Put out this Edson. Price it $600-700. It's worth it. $750 even. Release this fountain pen. Bring back the Edson. You will be the #1 fountain pen brand. Bar none. Bring it back. Bring it back. As Robert Plant would say. Bring it back. It's that good. Oh, Steve's so nice. Steve Ruckhold, very nice fellow. HJ shows a vehicle for chatting with friends. HJ, you are the maestro. Thank you. I'm like Prospero in the center of the storm. Only I make the storm. Kate likes chatting with everyone as well. So, very nice. William Catalano says, I would buy it for $600 to $700. You know, sincerely, I mean, I'm thinking of value and putting it in context with some of the other pens. I mean, one of the things that would drag it down is that it's a cartridge pen, cartridge converter. So I think 6-7 is fair. Certainly, it's brilliant. It's so good. And technology is brilliant. It's just one of my favorites. Absolute favorite pens. My wife's sneaking around. I can hear her sneaking around. Yeah. What are you doing?
I just leave my laptop.
Ah. Sure. One of these days, I'll get her back on the show. One day soon. Leo asked, do I own any wall pens? I do. I have a vintage one, and it's brilliant. It is flexy and really pretty. So, yes, I do. Thanks for the great question. Rick asks, that's a cool pen. I'm actually about 10 minutes behind in this video. Oh, okay. So I'm not sure which one you're commenting on. Whichever it is, thank you. You'll get to this. And see, you're in a different timeline. It's how my life is. Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey. Can't keep it straight. Because, you know, everyone thinks that time is an endless stream of cause and effect, but it's actually more like a big ball of wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey. Moonlover, shout out to the Discord. Yes, I have a Discord server for conversations and yapping about more pen-related stuff. I do have a Discord. I forget myself to go there sometimes, but trying to be better. We do have it. Paul David, how are you? We were chatting in email, my buddy Paul David. More cool or not cool? That would be fun. There's plenty more pens to choose from. So there you have it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am at the end of a long journey. We had a great night. We saw some pens. We're giving one away. courtesy of Atlas Stationers. They're exclusive Conklin. Simply comment in the replay after this. Comment in the replay who the 19th century writer was that endorsed Conklin pens. Put that in the comments of the replay. I shall randomize, choose a person, and announce it next week on my next live. Exciting stuff are happening on the Hemingway Jones Show. One last thing before we go. You remember, this is York 1, whose jaw broke? My wife glued it shut with Gorilla Glue. So now I have one with an articulated jaw and one without, with a set jaw. And I'm delighted. Right, York? You can't speak anymore, but you're a happy fellow. So there we have it. On that bombshell, it's time to end. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I had a blast making it. It was lovely to see you all. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the likes. Please subscribe. Consider becoming a member. We have a lot of fun in the membership group. So, and Cognoscenti Illuminati members, we still have our Pen Pal group. So keep that in mind as well. So thank you. And Carolina Panther, thank you for noticing my Doctor Who reference. Even though I bungled it a little, I'll practice that. But no matter. We will try again next time. We will stretch further. One day, we will reach that green light at the end of Daisy's dock. Okay, thanks so much, you guys. Love you all. See you next week. And don't miss the new video this Thursday. Snakes on a pen. It's going to be a blast. I think you'll enjoy it. Take care and see you further up the road.